So episode 14 of Virgin Soul, I feel like is going to be an episode that I could see a lot of people saying they thought it was a little pointless or maybe not a lot happened. But the thing that I liked about this episode, and there's been a couple of episodes, or maybe only one other episode that I'm remembering, where Virgin Soul kind of slowed everything down. I think it was when we saw the backstory with Nina and Favreau. I like these sort of episodes mainly because this isn't an episode that tops last week, which last week's episode tops the previous week, and Virgin Soul does that a lot, where it tops its best episode. But an episode such as this one, where it is more kind of slowing it down, it's more slice of life, and it does have some really important aspects, especially with Nina kind of contemplating her love for the king, King Charius, and her trying to kind of decide, does she love him, but at the same time she can't hate him, which truly does nail the concept of love so perfectly, because she fell in love with a guy, and even after she learned of his identity, she can't truly hate him, and this is an important aspect for her character, because this will determine whose side she'll kind of, lie on at the end of the day. But this episode was a very kind of down-to-earth episode. We get back to Nina's hometown village there, the Dragon Village, and just Joan of Arc and her are just kind of having a normal day for once. They're not chasing each other in the prison. They're not having these like life or death situations. For one day or one episode, they get to have this very human kind of interaction. And even Joan of Arc herself gets to have the time to break down and cry with Nina's mother and just shatter herself and kind of pick herself back up, which is something she needed to do, especially since she's starting to blame herself, because back in season 1 with the war, it seems that Nina's father got killed in that whole aftermath, so she's probably also blaming herself slightly for that. But these sort of episodes are good if handled correctly, which I think it was handled, because you get a sense of humanity. Of course we got dragons, of course we got gods and demons and everything else that is just not really happening in our own world, but it gives you a sense of just humanity to these characters, because it's not just, oh, we're going to battle after battle after battle and just having these grand explosions non-stop. No, there is going to be those times where they get that downtime, where they get to just kind of calm down and just kind of recharge. And I thought the way they handled the character interactions, and also just especially that conversation that they had in the bath there, like, I'm actually impressed how they're able to do scenes like this and not make it just come off as cheap sexual fan service, but actually have it have major substance, especially with Nina contemplating her love for King Charius. Everything about the interactions just made it feel so human. It makes you get a sense of, we don't have to have explosions non-stop for this to be an interesting series. They can have these more down-to-earth kind of episodes. Even though we're in a dragon village, it still felt very grounded in reality with how the interactions were being presented, and I liked it for that. I could definitely see a lot of people maybe saying, oh, we didn't get to see Mugro, or we didn't get to see, the Valley of the Gods, or whatever the hell that place is called that we're going to be going to next week. But I think this is important because you get to really get a sense of humanity, and I think they handled it in such a brilliant way that it makes it come off as not feeling like filler, but actually something that's majorly important for the plot, even if it was only that conversation in the bath. We still got a lot of substance here, and I really enjoyed it for that. We also got a new opening this week, which I can already tell people are going to like less than the first opening. I did enjoy the first opening, but I'm gonna be honest, I actually quite like the second opening more. I know that's gonna be an unpopular opinion. Even though I'm not kind of a fan of this style of music, I just thought how they're handling it, how they kind of incorporated English with it, and especially with how they're using the visuals, even though it was more of like a slideshow, I really liked it for that. And at the very end of the opening, you get to see all of the characters. We have Aziel, Charius, Nina, the rest. All of them were together, and it kind of looks like it was like a uniform kind of like group, like, and I'm wondering if that's going to symbolize that they all are going to come together to go against the gods, maybe? I'm not 100% sure what they're going to go with there, or like if that was just, they were just showing them all at the end of the opening, but it'd be really interesting if the demons and the humans work together to go against the gods, maybe. I think that'd be pretty cool, but I thought this was a good episode. There isn't a whole lot to dive into. Like I said, it's more of a slice of life episode. But one thing I gotta compliment, even though it was in 3D, the old woman turning into a giant-ass dragon looked absolute beast. I thought that was awesome, like, how menacing she was, because she's just this little short old woman, turns into a giant dragon after Nina's like, oh, you're gonna, like, hurt your back. Absolutely hilarious. There was a lot of charm to this episode, I have to say. I thought it was a good episode. Coming off of that big battle last week, having this more grounded episode, having the more charming, and also just seeing Joan of Arc breaking down and crying and just blaming herself, and then Nina's mother saying it's okay, which she hasn't had the ability to do that for so long. She had to put on that straight face, so it's nice to see that. And also Nina contemplating her love, really getting that, message across that to all those people who are just saying, oh, she doesn't love Charius. Absolutely she does. This 100%, shows how she's feeling here. She's very conflicted with how she should feel, and I think they're handling that brilliantly. But let me know your thoughts on the episode down in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moment? My favorite moment definitely was that bath scene when they were just kind of talking about love and who they loved and all that kind of first love stuff. It was just charming to watch. So let me know your favorite moment down in the comment section below. Before you leave, smack that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.